Hey guys, hopefully everyone is doing well. Today's target is to solve question number 4. Although a small part of this question was present in previous page, so instead of inserting topics, I have just shared you the question from where it is formally starting. So consider it is question number 4. Second thing which I am willing to inform is basically this answer. So the answer which is mentioned in the book is 2529740, but actual answer is 2549740. The chapter which we are related with is financial statement, but this is for the company. So finally with the touch we are with company financial statements. So guys, we have given two different factors. First, different elements are present and we need to put them their proper place. And secondly, from this paragraph to this paragraph, we do have different adjustments. The method is very usual where there are five elements, five parts of this question, and you can see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and finally the fifth part. Left side has three parts, and first part would be for calculation of gross profit or loss. This is called direct side. Then we have indirect side where we will calculate net profit or loss. The third part on left side is appropriation side, where we will calculate appropriation balance, and finally this balance would be transferred to liability side. And on right side we do have two parts, balance sheet asset side and balance sheet liability side. So I'm sure that you people are well familiar with this pro forma. After this brief introduction, we are now ready to start our question, and it was informed earlier that if we have two parts, different elements as well as adjustment, so we will be solving adjustments as our first step. And remember, the correct answer is written below. So we will start from adjustment. We are ready? Let's begin. Subscribed capital consisted 12,000 shares of 100 each. The authorized capital of company was 15,000. It means it's your capital and we need to put in fixed liability side. And here first we will be mentioning authorized capital, and you will have to calculate it. Why? Because actual amount is missing. 12,000 shares, 100 each, is subscribed. Authorized is 15,000 shares of 100 each. So it was described that total number of shares were 15,000 and price of one share is 100. So authorized capital we have got 15 lakh, and please note we have underlined it. This capital is nominal capital and we do not need to add it in fixed liability side. So this is just a show off. Then we will be writing subscribed capital, and for this let's get back to the question, and we have been given 12,000 shares of 100 each. So come over here, 12,000 shares multiply by 100. So in this way we have got our subscribed capital. This capital would be added in real in liability side. So guys, you have seen that this capital is written at its proper place. From here proper adjustments are starting. Write off entire preliminary expenses. Please note it down. We are asked to write off. Preliminary expenses are normally to be written on asset side, but we are asked to write off. So what we will do, we will go to operating expenses, and here you will mention this written off expense. and we will see how much amount of preliminary expenses from here. And we are getting, okay, we have got preliminary expenses 8,000, so whole amount would be written in expense side and nothing will go to any other side because it is already mentioned. Depreciate office furniture, plant, machinery, patents. Oh, there are, I think, at least three depreciations. So first we will start depreciation office furniture. So we'll come over here in fixed asset side, and here we will mention relevant assets. As we have decided that office furniture is our first asset, amount of which we will see over here, not present. Yes, office furniture we have got, that is 12,500. You will write amount over here. Now we will calculate its depreciation. Let's see how much depreciation amount is. 10%. For all of the asset, rate is same. So we will calculate 10%. Amount was 12,500 and divided by 100. How did we calculate? 12,500 was amount of furniture and you will multiply it with 10 divided by 100. We have got the depreciation. Now we will go to operating expense side, and here you will mention depreciation of furniture, and that was 1250. We have just calculated, mentioned over here. In this way, depreciation of furniture is completed. Now depreciation of plant and machinery. In the same manner, we will come over here, we'll mention plant and machine. Let's see how much amount. Yes, we have got the plant and machinery, that is 4 lakh. Mention over here. And you know, the rate of depreciation is similar for all assets. That is why we will calculate 10% on plant and machinery as well. So what we have done, what was 4 lakh? 4 lakh was the amount of asset and we were asked to calculate 10%. So depreciation has been calculated 40,000. Similarly, we will come over here and depreciation on plant 40,000 was calculated over here. Two depreciations are completed. Now the third one is for patents. We will be following the same steps. Patents. Let's see how much amount of patents are. This is patrons and we have got patents 75,000. So let's put the amount 75,000 and now we will be subtracting its depreciation. How would we calculate 75,000 amount of asset, and again we will calculate 10%. What we have done, 75,000 was value of patents and we were asked to calculate 10%. Depreciation has been calculated. Similarly, we will be focusing on indirect side and there we will be mentioning this depreciation of 7500. In this way, third depreciation with its dual effect completed. After that, office furniture, plant and machinery patent 10% and patrons by 11,250. It means we have our fourth asset for which we need a space. So here we will mention patrons and depreciation is not needed to be calculated because 11250 is already mentioned. So here we will see how much amount of patterns are. Look at here, patterns 112500, which would be written 1122, I think is the amount. No, 112500. That's all. Okay, now we will be focusing on operating expenses, and here we will be recording this depreciation in operating expenses. Amount was 11250. So guys, you have seen that there were 1, 2, 3, 4 depreciations, and 1, 2, 3, 4th without calculation. It means all depreciations mentioned over here are calculated, recorded to their due places. Add rupees, next add rupees 40,000 in sinking fund and leave reserve. Okay, these are two different things. Add 40,000 to sinking fund. Sinking fund is your liability, so we had decided all new reserve related to liability are part of appropriation side. We will go to the third part, and here you can see that dividends and reserves. So here we will mention reserve for, that was sinking fund. Over here we will mention its amount 40,000, I think. Yes, add 40,000 to sinking fund. Here we will be writing 40,000. Alright guys, and its second effect would be in your current liability, sinking fund reserve, amount of which is 40,000. And this 40,000 we can write over here in second column because there was no adjustment regarding it. So guys, you have seen that step by step we are getting ourselves forward. Now leave reserve for doubtful debts 5% on total debtors. We will go to current asset side. Let's make little more space for fixed asset because I doubt some other fixed assets are also present. So here sundry debtors, first we will seek how much amount of sundry debtors. Here it is mentioned amount is 750,000. We are going to mention over here, after which we are supposed to subtract additional bad debts, but they are not present, so you can mention 0. After which we will be subtracting new provision for bad debts, and you need to be focused. We are going to calculate it, so let's see how much it is. Reserve for doubtful debts 5% on debtors, and here please be focused. Look at here, 75,000 multiply by 5 divided by 100. This way you will be able to calculate new provision. And now in operating expenses we will come and we will write bad debts. Then we need to add additional bad debts. Then we need to add new provision, then less old provision. And we are talking about this additional bad debts, not present. New provision we have just calculated, amount of which is 3750. You will have its second effect over here. So in this way effect of these two elements completed. And what does that mean? Bad debt adjustment is also completed. Next, on 30th June 93, stock was 201740. 30th June stock, it is closing stock. So you will come to cost of goods sold statement. Here you will mention opening stock, then you will add purchase, then you will subtract its returns, then you will subtract its closing stock. This is mentioned over here. Amount is 201740. First we will be writing 201740 as closing stock over here. Now we will go to current asset side. Second effect of closing stock would be over here, 201740. Closing stock is completed. It means all extra adjustments present in this paragraph we have completed, which means we can now start to put all elements present over here to our financial statement. First is premises 360,000, and I think this is not mentioned over here. Yes, so you will have to write premises, amount of which is 360,000. Write down 360,000, and this was here. Premises completed. Now plant and machinery 4 lakh. This was already written 4 lakh. Look at here. After which we have patents 75,000. Patents are also written 75,000. Then we have goodwill. This is your fixed asset. So here goodwill, amount of which is 240,000. Just write down in front of it. Then we have cash in hand, current asset. So here we have a place, cash in hand. Amount of cash in hand is 3,000. Write down amount over here, and this is needed to be present over here. So guys, we have seen that cash in hand is written on its place. Then sundry debtors 750,000. I think we have written it. Look at here, 750,000 already posted. After we have preliminary expenses 8,000. Preliminary expenses 8,000. Okay. Then we have manufacturing wages, part of cost of goods sold statement, indirect expenses, and here manufacturing wages, amount of manufacturing wages 6 lakh, huge amount. So you will be writing 6 lakh indirect expense side. After that we have repairs, indirect side. So we'll come over here, we'll write repair, and its amount is 26,000. Just post 26,000 over here. So guys, after repair we have debentures, 5% debentures. This is important for you, so be attentive. Debentures, fixed liability we will go, and here we will mention debentures, and amount of debenture 4 lakh. Yes, it is 4 lakh. Write down over here. But beside this, you can see that we have a percentage, 5% on debentures. So you will come to other expense, and here interest on debentures would be written in second row, and this was 5%. So let's calculate. 4 lakh was total amount, multiply by 5 divided by 100. So we have got interest on debentures 20,000. Let's get back. Now we will be waiting if there is interest on debentures mentioned in these items, and we will adjust them. After which we have rent. This is part of operating expenses. So rent. There are few other things as well. I think they are taxes. So you can write rent and taxes. Amount is 25,000. Mention in front of it. So after rent and taxes, we have bill payable, current liability. Mention here. Amount of bill payable 3,10,000. Page is not aligned and amounts are little bit doubtful. Okay, we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th amount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7th amount. Bill payable 310,000. Yes, we have written correctly, hopefully. Alright, next is discount received. We'll go to operating income. Other income, here you will mention discount received, and amount of discount received is mentioned 35600. Write down this amount in front of discount received in other income. Then we have reserve for doubtful debts. Please note it down. This is old provision and we have already made its place. Look, old provision. Amount of old provision 45,000. And here 45,000 is a huge amount. Old provision, let's check it out. There is something fishy over here. 45,000, and we were needed to calculate 5% of total debtors. Amount of sundry debtor was 750,000. Let's check it out. Sundry debtors 750,000, and how much amount we have taken? Oh, we have got it. 10 is needed to be written. So this was 37500. We are lucky. We have got a typographical illusion and we have solved it. Alright guys, now after reserve for doubtful debts, we have sinking fund. This would be considered your fixed liability. And here we will wait for debenture interest, but now sinking fund would be mentioned, amount of which is 160,000. Just put amount in front of it. Sinking fund ended. General expenses, part of operating expenses, and we don't have place for next expense if it is coming. General expenses amount is 9,500. Put 9,500, and yes, we need the space. So let's increase. Since we have started financial statement for company. For that, obviously, we need more space. So what we have done, general expenses 9500. Yes, it has been posted. Next, director fee. Here we need to put director fee. Amount of director fee is 10,500. Just put 10,500 over here. After director fee, we have bad debts. Place is already reserved. And here you can see bad debts place is present. Amount is 3,000. So just put 3,000 over here. It means it was last item present on left side. We can convert and transfer our focus to right side. Interim dividend paid. So dividend of any kind is part of appropriation account. Let's get back, and here you can see all types of dividend would be mentioned at this place, and interim dividend 40,000 would be written over here, and we can properly mention the dividend is actually interim. Okay, so let's see what next is stock for July 92. Look, closing stock was mentioned at downward side. Look at here, this was closing stock 30th June 93, and this is July 92. It means it is opening stock. So we'll go over here, mention opening stock. Amount is 375,000 in cost of goods sold statement. Then we have office furniture 12,500 already mentioned. After which we have patrons, and patrons, yes, they are also written 112500. Then we have purchases 1242,000. Purchases are written at their place. Cash in current account, your current asset. So cash in current account. Amount of cash is 92,500. Okay, slowly, step by step, we are getting ourselves forward. So cash in current account, okay, cash in fixed deposit. So you may write it in fixed assets, and we don't have the place. So let's make a cushion for cash in fixed asset, and here you will write cash in fixed account. Amount of cash in fixed deposit is 240,000. Write down in front of it. Then we have sinking fund investment. So we will go to investment side, and here you will mention sinking fund investment, amount of which 160,000. Hopefully it's the sinking fund investment 160,000. Actually, amount is little doubtful whether it is 160,000 or not, but we have written, later on we will see. After which we have coal. Coal is your direct expense. We will go to direct side. Coal and water. Coal is 3,500. just write down amount. After coal, we have gas and water. Again, direct expense, and here we will write gas and water. Its amount is, okay, there is a trouble. Coal is 44,500. And we'll push it down. 44,500 amount of coal. Let's check it out again. Coal 44,500, gas and water 3,500. Okay, this is what we have mentioned over here. It means gas and water is okay. After which we have creditors, part of current liability. So here we will write sundry creditors. Please note, we need to have a very good patience quality. Why? Because without it you will not be able to solve it in your exams. Creditors 336,000. There are dozens of amount and we need to put each and every amount to right place. Just one single amount, one single zero can ruin your question. Sundry creditors, we have got now profit and loss account. This is to be written in appropriation account, and this profit loss account has amount of 17,800. Put it over here. After profit and loss account we have sales 24,40,000. So here 24,40,000 amount of sales. We will see if returns are present. So guys, sales are written. Now interest, credit, other income. Here you will mention interest, which is said it is credit. How much amount of interest? 6,000. Write down this amount. Alright guys, interest is written. Now traveling expenses. Okay, we need more space again in operating expense side. Why? Because traveling is also part of operating expenses. Here you will write traveling expenses, amount of traveling expenses. Now here is 26,500. 26,500 is your amount. Okay, then we have salaries. Good, we need more space, and let's make one more line for salaries. Let's see what it was. Simple salaries. Amount of these salaries 42,400. Mention in front of it. Then we have discount allowed, other expense side. Here we need a space because we are waiting for interest on debentures. So what we will do, we will write over here discount. And if it is written on debit side, ultimately it is discount allowed. Amount is 42,400. We have written salaries 42,400. There is a little mix up. Amount of salaries 20,000. Salaries 20,000. And now what we are doing, discount allowed 42,400. Here you will mention 42,400. Since this pick is not aligned, that is making a real trouble. Discount allowed 42,400. Royalties, direct expense. Royalties, and this is 9,000. 9,000. Let's check it out. Okay, the last is debenture interest 20,000. Okay, we were waiting for this, and here interest on debenture. Please note it down. Interest on debenture is mentioned over here. Total amount was supposed to be 20,000. Interest on debenture given in your book is 20,000. We need to add outstanding. 20,000 was due, paid 20,000. What it means? There is no outstanding. So 20,000 would be written over here. 42,400 would be mentioned. So guys, have you seen why we had left one line for interest on debenture? So we were waiting for it because there would always be three elements involved in interest on debenture. First, this is your percentage. This would be the amount present on trial balance. And here what you will do, difference of these two amounts will be written in outstanding. Since there is no difference, so no outstanding, whole debenture interest has been paid. So guys, all the elements we have seen over here mentioned in their relative place. The only problem is this pick can create some problem, and instead of 6,000 we may have written 26,500, so there is a trouble. So I was thinking to why not to check it again. Interim dividend 40,000, just for instance. So dividend 40,000 is mentioned, that's good. Purchase is okay, cash could be okay, fix. Coal 44,500. Yes, it is okay also. And we have gas 3,500. Gas 3,500, that is also okay. So I think we should start our calculations. All elements are written over here. If in case our answer is not matched, then we will be looking forward for it if there is any amount mistakenly presented. No returns are present, so it means this amount of sale would be considered as your net sales. Now we will be calculating first part of cost of goods sold statement, opening stock plus purchases minus closing stock. First part of cost of goods sold is ready, and now we will be calculating our total cost of goods sold statement, and for that we have first part of cost of goods sold statement, then we will be adding direct in expense side. So here we have got total cost of goods sold statement, and secondly net sales. It means our gross profit has been calculated. The answer is 367740. Now we will be checking it from the book if it is okay. 367740, and here you can see 367740. Thankfully amount of gross profit is okay. And secondly, we can have a relief because all amounts mentioned in direct side is okay. So let's see what we will be looking forward for indirect side. So all these amounts are not having any adjustment. Let's transfer them over here. Okay, then we will see our bad debt provision, bad debts plus additional bad debts plus new reserve minus old reserve. So we have got minus. There are two ways to solve it. Either write minus over here, or you can go to operating income side and you can write 4500 over here. So we are leaving it as it is, first option. Now all other calculations, I think they do not need for any sort of adjustment. So let's take sum of all amounts present at operating side. So this would be the sum of operating expenses, no operating income, and we have two other expense. Discount 42,400. Let's check it out. Discount, where it is, discount. This is discount allowed 42,400. Okay, amount is acceptable. After that we have two incomes. So guys, you have seen that all four parts are completed. Look, operating expenses, operating income, other expense, other income. It means we can now calculate net profit. For that, first we will take gross profit, then subtract operating expenses, then we will add operating income, subtract other expense, then we will add other income. So we have got our net profit 165940. Let's check it out from the book. And net profit given in the book is 165940, and our net profit is 165940. It means all amounts present in this part are also correct. So it's a sigh of relief. Now finally we will be calculating our appropriation balance. For this you will have to be very much attentive. Note, net profit and profit loss, these would be added. Note it carefully. So first we will add these two amounts, 165 plus profit loss given, and remaining all amounts, less, remaining all amounts would be subtracted. And what you will do, there are two amounts and both amounts would be subtracted. So guys, we have got 103740. This balance would be transferred to fixed liability side, and we have written debentures over here. So let's transfer them to downward side, and here we will write appropriation balance. Amount of appropriation balance 103740. Okay, it means we can calculate total capital including appropriation balance. There are two additional fixed liabilities as well. When we will take sum of these three, we will get fixed liabilities. One more thing, I have told you at start of question that actual answer is 2549740 for balance sheet. Fixed liabilities, okay. Here we will take sum of all current liabilities. Reserves are not present, and you can write 0 over here, no reserves. So sum of fixed liabilities, current liabilities and reserve. We have got 2549740, and here you can see that 254970 is our answer. What we have done up till now, 4 out of 5 completed. This was your direct side and you have calculated gross profit. Matched. This was your indirect side and you have calculated your net profit. Matched. This was your appropriation side, answer was not given, but this balance was transferred to liability side, and liability side is completed. As you have seen, answer is matched. It means this third appropriation answer is also correct. Now we will be focusing upon our asset side, and here first office furniture, let's its depreciation. Then we have plant, subtract its depreciation. Then we have patents, let's its depreciation. After which we have patrons, let's its depreciation. It means all fixed assets are completed. You can now take sum of all these fixed assets to get your total. After which we will see our current assets, 750,000 total debtors. Additional bad debts were not present, so you will subtract new provision only. Then we have other current asset without adjustments. It means we are ready to take sum of all current assets. Two sums completed. We have investment also present, only one item. These were three factors: fixed assets, current asset sum and investment. So sum of these through 3, 2549740, and here you can see 2549740 is your corrected answer. So quite delightfully we can conclude that all of the amounts which we were having a fear because of this pick, that there might be some amount has mistakenly presented in financial statement, that fear is over. We could be relaxed now that all amounts are posted correctly, since we have all answers matched with the answer given in the book. Now I will let you know what we have done. Look at here, plenty of amounts, several amounts with direct side, asset side. There are so many amounts. So it was a good learning day and very good moment for you to celebrate that we have completed a question of almost hundreds of amounts to be written over here. There were three sides on left. Gross profit was calculated, indirect side net profit was calculated, appropriation side appropriation balance was calculated. This balance was transferred to liability side and we have got our liability side, then asset side. So guys, in this way our question has been completed. This was your question, although it was looking a small question but took a considerable time. A substantial period of time has been taken, but at least we have solved it. So guys, I am very humbly requesting you, if you want to learn how to make financial statements for the company, it is very important for you to please practice these questions which we are sharing for more than 3-4 times, and after practicing, if you see anything difficult, you can share it through messages, text or comments, and you can directly meet as well to share your problem. I will humbly be trying my best to answer your questions quickly. So guys, thank you very much for your time. It's time to say goodbye. Allah Hafiz.